All right, welcome to another edition of everybody's favorite show of all time, Abandon Hope. Abandon hope, all you who enter here, for you will taste the flames of hell. Ah! All right, that's enough of that. You might notice that today's butt of the day is fucking incredible. Wow. Jesus, dude. And if anyone says shop, just shut up preemptively. Shopped, dude. And the guy who's sitting there right now that he said that someone would say shopped, I'll be the guy that says shopped. A preemptive fuck you to you as well. Well, fuck, man. Let's get started, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll talk about something on my mind first, man. Just, I was going through the internet, I fucking just searched my name, and I just went to page after page, man, of people just tearing me down. So I'm feeling lowly right now. I'm feeling like a fucking crushed insect. Nobody likes me outside of you guys. I guess I should be more thankful for that. Thank you guys for realizing that I'm not a piece of shit, and that I'm actually pretty awesome. I know you're gonna say, TJ, you're garbage, but whatever. Here's to you fuckers. Here's a fucking... some sugar water to you, you fucking lovable sons of bitches. By the way, my book, The Douchebag Bible, is still on sale. I think there's a few copies left. You can check it out. Link is in the description. All right, let's get this shit underway. So, since the last time I did this show, the primaries have happened in Kentucky and Oregon. You see here the results. Donald Trump wins in Kentucky. Surprisingly, Ted Cruz got 32% of the vote, even though he dropped out. He's gone. Why are you voting for a guy that's not even in it? This is kind of a strange problem for the Republican Party, is that Trump definitely energizes part of the base, but there's another part of the base that doesn't really seem too energized. But I guess it's better than what's happening on the Democrat side, because you could see them kind of split down the middle here. Pretty much, I mean, Hillary Clinton has 212,000 votes. Bernie Sanders has 210,000. Of course, I rounded a little bit, but wow, that's pretty damn close. That's 2,000 votes away. That's, hey, if 2,000 more Bernie supporters had showed up, or 2,000 less Hillary supporters had shown up, this would be a different fucking story. They're probably going to end up splitting the delegates evenly, or basically evenly. So this is kind of just a draw. This was really a state, though, that Bernie Sanders needed a convincing victory so that he could go to the superdelegates and say, see, the people like me better. But unfortunately, just couldn't quite pull it off. Oregon, however, totally different story. Fairly decisive victory for Bernie Sanders there in Oregon. In fact, he won, I believe, every single voting district here, just as Donald Trump won every single voting district. Trump did much better in Oregon, 67%. I guess Oregon is maybe a little bit more of an anti-establishment state. They want to buck the fucking trends in politics. So yeah, much bigger win for Bernie there than Hillary had in Kentucky. So there is a good case to be made here. You say neck and neck in Kentucky, basically a fucking tie. And here in Oregon, Bernie fucking cleaned her clock. So, these are some good late in the campaign victories for Bernie Sanders. He's never going to make the pledged delegate total, but maybe with all the scandals that are coming up with Hillary Clinton, and with the fact that there may be an indictment hanging over her head, like the sword of Damocles, maybe that stuff together could lead to some sort of miracle, pull a rabbit out of your hat victory for Bernie Sanders, but I wouldn't fucking count on it, folks. All right, so that's our political segment here. I love this story. U.S. politician tries to explain porn tabs on screenshot. Yeah, I don't know if I can make this larger here. Let's see. I guess I can't, but wait, we could go open image in new tab here. Yeah. Let's see. You can make that a little larger. Oh, you can't really. It doesn't. The fucking quality is shit. But at any rate, there's porn tabs open on his browser as he's trying to, oh shit, I made everything bigger. There we go. Trying to explain it. An American congressional candidate wants you to know the porn tabs he had open in the screenshot posted on his Facebook page are absolutely nothing to be concerned about. Well, he's right about that. I don't give a fuck if the guy looks at porn. Who the fuck doesn't? But I guess these values voters who, you know, I'm all about family values, they don't like it. Mike Webb, Republican candidate for Virginia's 8th District, posted to his Facebook page on Monday discussing an odd phone call he had with a staffing agency in Alexandria, Virginia. Accompanying the post was an even older screenshot. The tabs in the left-hand corner of the image at the top of this page, in case you can't make them out, read, Layla Rivera tight booty. It's actually, I went and looked this up, it's actually tight body. I don't know how they missed that. Just your typical media fucking care that they put into their stories, I guess. And Ivone Sexy Amateur. Or maybe that's Yvonne, I don't know. I don't know whether there's an E at the end then. But anyway, the congressman, he fucking, you know, he didn't just try to sweep it under the rug. He tried to explain it with some 2,000 word long essay that apparently, the long and short of it is he claims it was part of like some experiment he was doing, you know. Oh, I was just checking to see how porn sites, you know, manipulate users and steal their money and such. I was concerned, a concerned citizen doing research. Yeah, sure, research, fine. Everyone believes that lame excuse. Iran accuses Kim Kardashian of being a secret agent. Now, of course, the entire country of Iran didn't declare this in unison, but here, I'll read the quote. Miss Kim Kardashian is a popular fashion model, so Instagram's CEO tells her, make this native. Mustafa Alizda, spokesman for the Guards Organized Cyberspace Crimes Unit, said, there is no doubt that financial support is involved as well. We are taking this very seriously. They are targeting young people and women, he said. Foreigners are behind it because it is targeting families. These schemes originate from around the Persian Gulf and England. When you draw the operational graph, you will see that it is a foreign operation. Yeah, so basically, the reason that Kim Kardashian posts pictures of herself on Instagram that are revealing or sexual, it's not because it gets a million fucking likes and everyone wants to ogle Kim Kardashian's butt. It's not because of that. It's not because, you know, she just is fucking banking on her fucking sex appeal, so she feels the need to show a lot of flesh. Look at them titties. Ooh, look at them titties. You know, it's not that, no. What it really is, she's butt fucking naked. Turn around, bitch. Your back is better than your front. Oh, that's sexist, TJ. That's so fucking sexist. But no, the reason she does that is not to appeal to Americans. It's to subvert Iranian culture. Just so you fuckers know. Jesus, 70 million followers. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love America. That was sarcastic. You don't have to love America. And here's another reason why you don't have to love it. The TSA is a waste of money that doesn't save lives and might actually cost them. This is a Vox article. I said on my Twitter a few days ago that the TSA should be abolished, and then someone sent me this story like, yeah, Vox agrees. And I'm like, yeah, man, of course. Because all they do is create gigantically long lines. They've been tested time and time again to see if they really prevent weapons from getting on, and their track record is terrible. I think that something like 85 to 95% of weapons get through. So, you know, this whole big rigmarole where you fucking gotta take off your belt and take off your shoes and go through the naked body scanner machine, and then maybe you're pulled aside and they pat you down and all this other bullshit, and you gotta put your bag through the fucking x-ray machine, all of that stuff. Totally fucking meaningless. All of that to prevent 5% of weapons from getting through, or 15% at best. At best, 15%. Oh my God, is it worth it? No. No, it's not worth it. And if you're wondering what logic Vox used to arrive at the conclusion that the TSA might actually be costing lives, it goes like this, and it's pretty fucking airtight. The TSA creates such long, miserable lines that are sometimes literally wrapped around the fucking airport. We've heard horror stories recently of people being stuck in airport security lines for 6 to 7 hours or more. That so many people now are just deciding, fuck it, it's not worth it. Air travel ain't worth it, because the whole reason we travel by air is because it's quicker, more convenient. You know, either that or we have to do, you know, if obviously you're flying overseas or something, you don't have much of a choice. You're not going to fucking get on a boat. But if you're flying somewhere else in your own country or your same landmass, well, just America, because America's the only one with TSA. But if you're flying somewhere else in America, then the only thing you're going to fucking... I mean, you might just decide, I'm just going to fucking drive. You know, what's better? I mean, I could spend 12 hours in the road, or I could spend 7 hours stuck in a fucking line. At least on the road, I can stop and go fucking eat, stretch my legs out a little bit. You know, I'll be there in practically the same amount of time. So why even bother with flying? And of course, statistically speaking, driving is more dangerous than flying. So, as a result, more people get in traffic accidents. You know, it seems pretty logical to me. You fucking take away people's incentive to fly with overwrought security measures, and the next thing you know, people decide to drive, more people crash, more people fucking die. So the thing that's supposed to keep us safe might actually be killing some people. Now, I'm not saying that there should be no airport security, but the TSA is fucking useless. The entire agency should just be abolished, and these airports should get private security, and there should just be government requirements for, like, the level of security needed, you know, for national security reasons. Like, okay, you got to check this, this, and this, but you got to, you know, but we can use private security for that. We don't need we don't need a government agency fucking in our airports, fiddle fucking around. It's totally unnecessary. Abolish that shit. And if someone disagrees with me, I'd like to hear the reason why. Okay, I feel like I'm slouching. I'm going to just point this a little more down. There we go. Yeah. Good times. Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Okay, here's a story a bunch of people have been asking me to talk about. Angel-faced YouTuber, 18, is kicked off the site after sharing racist views and singing Happy Birthday to Hitler with swastika cupcakes. Girl known as Eva Lion, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. I've never heard of her or watched her. Condemned Jews and called black people niggers. Said she denied the Holocaust and dubbed Hitler brilliant and compassionate. Another YouTuber called her the most racist girl on the entire internet. Disturbingly, she boasted 40,000 followers before she was kicked off. If you want my opinion on this, I don't think YouTube should be in the business of kicking people off their site for ideological reasons. Now, if someone does something illegal, like, I don't know, they, you know, film themselves robbing a store or, you know, raping somebody or killing somebody or something like that, sure. Remove them from the fucking site. But do we really need to remove the girl who fucking made Hitler cupcakes? And, you know, so what? 40,000 people followed her. Is that significant? Does that matter? I mean, the whole reason she got kicked off is because, you know, like, some bigger YouTubers started paying attention to her and calling attention to how fucking ridiculous she was. And, you know, then there was a huge backlash against her. A bunch of people were like, oh, fuck you, bitch, you crazy cunt. Yeah! You know, so it wasn't like the majority of people were sitting there like, wow, she's convincing. Like, what is the fear of letting her make YouTube videos? That She's gonna turn people racist. People can be like, man, this little hot 18-year-old bitch fucking thinks Hitler's cool. I bet if I think Hitler's cool, she let me in them panties. Is it gonna happen? I mean, now that I fucking say it, it might. I don't know. Fuck. Human race is so ridiculously retarded. But at any rate, she's not gonna amass some fucking great following of people. You know, the 40,000 people that followed her are not being convinced of racism's efficacy by her. They were already racist to begin with. And besides, I mean, like, I don't know. When I look at this kind of shit right here, like, to me that says troll. To me that says ridiculous trolling behavior, like attention-seeking shit. More than it says, I am a serious Nazi. I mean, like, what's the fucking danger is what I want to know. Like, the Holocaust will come to America because we let a fucking, you know, crazy girl make Nazi videos on YouTube? Why not just let the 40,000 people who want to watch that shit and she can make that shit? Who cares? YouTube doesn't explicitly approve of any of the content on their website other than the stuff they produce themselves. You know, it's not as if YouTube endorses every point of view I have. I mean, or every point of view that any fucking vlogger has. You know, maybe this hits me a little bit closer to home because, I mean, you know, you just wonder how long is it before, you know, some high-powered feminist goes to YouTube and makes the case, like, you know, all these channels like The Amazing Atheist and Sargon of Akkad and Thunderfoot and Mr. Repsion and all these people who delve into SJW issues, all these people who take on the social justice warriors and the feminists, they're all just the worst sort of misogynist, and what they're doing is hate speech and a hate crime, and they need to be removed. I mean, this kind of opens the door for that, to my mind. Don't ban people for ideological reasons, YouTube. Please let this little racist retard bitch back on the site. That's where I stand on it. If you disagree, let me know. If you agree, also let me know. Okay, oh my god, okay, so fuck, guys, this is gonna be painful. I'm just gonna be honest with you, like, what's about to happen? You motherfuckers have no idea. This is gonna be hideous, alright? I'm just warning you guys, like, don't, as bad as you think it's gonna be, it's 10 times worse. Okay? Prepare. This is an article from Everyday Feminism, and it's entitled, I'm Not a Person with Disability. I'm an Disabled Person. I'm an disabled person. It should be a disabled person. But okay, whatever. Fuck writing. So we're gonna fucking learn the distinction between a person with disability and a disabled person. This is where it starts getting good right here. Society disables me. I live in London, which has a world-famous underground train network. Only around 20% of the stations have wheelchair access. Someone with a medical/individual perspective would state that I am prevented from getting around my city because I'm a person with a disability, and it's tough luck that the tube is so inaccessible. If I want to use the tube, then I'm just going to have to find a new skeleton from somewhere. The way I see it is that I've been disabled when it comes to traveling around my city by the architects that installed stairs and escalators instead of ramps and lifts at a majority of underground stations. Stairs and escalators are man-made barriers put in the way by a discriminatory society that excludes me because I have impaired mobility. I continue to be disabled by a mayor who has set the budget for improving access on the tube to 0 whatevers they have there, pounds, I guess, for the next 3 years. Okay. What this woman is basically saying is that her disability is not that she can't walk. It's that society hasn't made every single place that she wants to go handicap accessible. That's insanity. That is fucking insanity. A stairway is not a barrier. Okay? It's a barrier to you because you can't walk. I mean, what if you were completely fucking paralyzed? What if you were an iron lung? Should all the subways have iron lung access? Should we have to fucking wheel around a giant piece of medical equipment just because, just because you're stuck in an iron lung doesn't mean you can't go be part of society? I mean, what the fuck? Your disability is that you can't walk, okay? Because it's an ability that comes standard issue in human beings, and you don't have it. You don't fucking have it. It's not the world's fault. It's not society's fault. And look, handicap accessibility, I'm all for it. I'm all for everywhere that we can possibly make handicap accessible. Do it. Do it. Why the fuck not? It's a good thing. I believe that people in wheelchairs should be able to get around, but don't ludicrously tell us that it's society that's disabling you, It's not the fact that your legs don't fucking work. No, of course not. It's society. Society. Oh my fucking goodness. Yellowstone Park baby bison euthanized after bonehead tourists thought they were saving it. So some idiots went to Yellowstone, right? And they saw a little calf, a bison calf, and they thought, man, he looks cold. Let's put him in our SUV and fucking take him away. Take him to the park rangers. Maybe they can save him. The problem is that the bison baby, maybe he was cold, but he'd have lived. He'd have lived through it. He's a fucking animal. They live in nature. That's what they do. So, what happened was they took it back to the rangers, and the rangers were like, oh, you fucking idiots. And they tried to return the calf to its herd. The mother rejected it. The herd rejected it. They couldn't get it placed in a herd anywhere, and because of that, they just had to fucking euthanize it because there's nothing else they could fucking do. I mean, I guess they could have fucking raised it themselves, maybe, but I don't know how feasible that was. I don't know what sort of restrictions they were under. I assume that this was the last resort. I don't think that they euthanized the calf lightly. But here's a good idea. If you're in a national park, don't interfere with the fucking animals, okay? The national park, let me explain the reason to you it's there. It's to preserve some nature in its pristine form with no hunting and no fishing and none of that stupid shit. We're just going to have a big plot of land where we just let nature be nature. So when you go there and start trying to save baby animals by putting them in your fucking SUV, you've officially fucked up. You've officially just defeated the fucking purpose. Maybe our biggest mistake with our national parks is that we allow people to actually visit them. Maybe it should just be a human-free zone. Seems like a good idea to me. Okay. This is even dumber than the disabled lady. So just so you know. This is from Banger Daily News. It's Heather Denkmeyer says, how new atheists are just as dangerous as the religious extremists they rail against. Yeah, so let me just ask you this real quick, Heather. When was the last time an atheist blew something up in the name of atheism? When was the last time an atheist beheaded someone in the name of atheism? Can you give me an answer on that? Oh, yeah, it's fucking never. Let's take a look. What do new atheists have in common with the fundamentalist Christians of the radical right whom they despise? Both depend on extremist and simplistic views of right and wrong, creating starkly defined roles of us and them. No, that is inaccurate. There's plenty of new atheists that don't even believe in an objective right or wrong, that view morality as a completely subjective thing. And then there are others who view it as objective. Anyway, both have visions of a great utopia where only those who have the right beliefs will be saved. Also not true. When any atheist talks about a great utopia, they're talking about something that we bring about here on Earth by embracing science, by embracing technology, by making rational, intelligent decisions and trying to create the best world possible. Doesn't sound so bad when you put it like that, does it? Whereas the Christian view of utopia is, give us all your money, and then after you die, you get a magic palace in the sky. And the two groups are cartoonish versions of day-to-day moderate atheists and Christians. It's ironic that these new, very vocal and fundamentalist atheists spend so much time arguing against religious beliefs when their own views are just as misguided, fantastical, and harmful. Just as religious in a word. Oh, sorry, I didn't really read that with the right intonation. Just as religious in a word. As those they claim are the source of all the world's problems. I don't think any atheist has said that religion is the source of all the world's problems. So are you going to delve into why the beliefs of new atheists are just as misguided, fantastical, and harmful, or are you just going to kind of make that a declarative statement and let it hang out there like a fucking pendulous set of balls just begging to be punched? Let me be clear that most individual atheists and individual Christians are not the problem. Atheism and religion aren't inherently problematic. It is when these worldviews are taken to extremes, as new atheist leaders Richard Dawkins and Sam Harris have done, that the real damage begins. Yeah. Richard Dawkins, such a fucking extremist. Such a fucking extremist, you guys. Richard Dawkins is not an extremist. Richard Dawkins is a moderate, thoughtful man. And you're an imbecile. Anyway, let's see if this ever gets in any meat. The new atheists rail against religion because they say religious people put their faith in that which cannot be proven using reason and rationality. And of course that is true. It's the very nature of religious faith. It goes beyond reason or rationality. Beyond. Oh, that's a good way to put it. It's beyond reason. It's beyond rationality. Well, that really, I guess that sounds better in an immediate sense, but really to be beyond something that's good, usually that's thought of as bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I say, like, I'm beyond not killing people, does that sound like a good thing? Doesn't really, does it? To be beyond rationality is to be irrational. To be beyond reason is to be unreasonable. You're extolling the virtues of irrationality and unreasonability. That's how dumb you are. One more paragraph of this shit. The new atheists hide from the fact that there are aspects of humanity that go beyond rationality, such as the sense of the infinite or the sacred. Atheists don't hide from that. I mean, I know you know who Sam Harris is because you just referenced him. Sam Harris is extremely interested in those sorts of sensations. He's extremely interested in addressing them. Feelings of love or loss. Oh, yeah. Love and, like, all this shit is neuroscience, bitch. Do you speak it? Neuroscience. Study of the fucking brain, the study of the mind. Study of consciousness. Just because we have this experience, like, I love this person, don't you think that, maybe the millions, and I mean, not billions, maybe fucking electrons just firing off and sending chemical and electrical signals to one another in this crazy hodgepodge Don't you think that maybe somewhere in there is love and the feeling of loss? I mean, after all, there are some people with different brain chemistries that are born without those feelings. A fucking sociopath, psychopath. They don't have feelings of love or loss. Is it because they're somehow not human? No, it's because something is physically different with them, and that physical difference is tantamount to a totally different mindset. A lack of these feelings that you say are so indelibly tied to the human experience. They're still human, and they don't have those experiences. Just as that woman we talked about earlier who was bitching about society disabling her, just as she doesn't have the use of her legs, a sociopath, a psychopath doesn't have the use of their feeling of love or their feeling of loss because something is physically different in their brains. It's easier for the new atheist to pretend a perfectly rational morality is possible. In the same way, it's easier for fundamentalist radical right Christians to believe that only people of their faith will avoid damnation and eternal hellfire. Fundamentalism in either form dismisses all other ways of thinking as invalid. Aren't you dismissing two other ways of thinking as invalid right here? Aren't you saying fundamentalism is invalid, Christianity is invalid, fundamentalist Christianity is invalid, and fundamentalist atheism is invalid? New atheism is an invalid fucking belief structure. Well, why? Because they think that other ways of thinking are invalid. Welcome to fucking the madhouse. That's all I can say. Welcome to the fucking madhouse. Heather, you belong in a fucking straitjacket. You're insane. All right, enough of that. Oh, this actually doesn't... this wasn't supposed to be here. But I guess I can mention it. Marilyn Manson to receive Alt Press 2016 Icon Award. I don't know what that is, but congratulations, Manson. Good job, buddy. Oh, this pisses me off, man. Paris will start swabbing high schoolers to see if they're smoking pot. Fuck you, France. Or Paris, more specifically. You know, Paris sucked. I gotta be honest with you. I went to this fucking city. Everywhere else in Europe I went, I liked, all right? I liked London, great city. Liked Amsterdam, great city. I liked Brussels, underrated and great city. I like Nice down there. Rome, cool place. Paris, total shit. Total shit show. Fuck Paris. Fuck it. Fuck it in the ass. It's shit. It's garbage. And if you live there, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry to you. I'm sorry you live there. High school students in and around Paris could soon be asked to submit to saliva drug screenings after the something de France bullshit. Regional Council approved a measure to finance swab tests to detect cannabis and breathalyzer tests to monitor whether students are drinking in school. Hey, it's France. They're supposed to drink in school. 10% of teens in the, I guess I'll try to pronounce it, Ile-de-France. I'm getting that wrong. That's not how it's pronounced. Fuck me. Ile-de-France smoke more than one joint a day, a figure that has doubled in 3 years. Yeah, well, it doubled from 5% to 10%, so 5% of teenagers got more honest. Big fucking deal. We cannot remain powerless in the face of this scourge. Scourge? It's not a fucking scourge. What is scourge like about someone going, man, I feel better. Where's the fucking scourge? Where is it? I don't see it. Sorry, Paris. You know, and they say, oh, well, these kids, they don't do well in school. You ever consider that they smoke pot because they're miserable? And the reason they don't do well in school is also because they're fucking miserable? You know, I mean, like, happy, well-adjusted people can definitely get into some pot, too. But isn't it really for kind of people who are like, well, reality sucks, I need an escape? I mean, sure, that's what it's there for. So maybe the problem is that their lives suck. Maybe it's not the pot that's making them lazy. It's the fucking misery and the shittiness and hating fucking going to school that's making them lazy. In other words, that's where the correlation is. People who think that the entire world is full of shit like to smoke pot, and they also don't bother fucking trying too hard on their fucking homework. So, I mean, like, correlation doesn't equal causation, motherfucker. Look into other explanations for this shit. I mean, I'm smoking pot right now, and I'm doing a video. I'm fucking sitting here, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm rambling, I'm trying to fucking stay energetic and entertaining and come up with jokes and make witty observations, and, you know, sometimes I fucking succeed and sometimes I fail, and people are like, that wasn't funny, but god damn it, I'm working. I'm doing what I fucking do. Smoking this shit, working this shit. You have any idea how long it took to curate all this fucking bullshit I'm reading to you guys? Fucking took like 3 or 4 hours. I was doing that shit. You know what? I was high the whole time. I wasn't being lazy. I was working on this shit. I was trying to find, like, okay, I've got to find the most interesting possible articles that I can possibly say something about. I was smoking. I guess I shouldn't have moved to the next image because I was still talking about that. But anyway, report, the Great Barrier Reef will be terminal within 5 years. Now, this is from Business Insider. It's not a scientific publication, but, you know, the fact of the matter is the Great Barrier Reef is fucked, you know? It's in a bad way, man. Like, it's all bleached and shit. The fucking and it's just because our oceans in general are just in shit shape. Like, if you think our oceans are doing hunky-dory, I fucking challenge you to just go search about toxicity levels in the oceans, about the die-offs of fish, about how sustainable our fish supply actually is. Go read about this shit. It's not good, people. Our oceans are pretty fucking... they're in dire fucking straits. We should probably do something. I know we won't, because we're stupid. But I just want to be able to say I told you so. So that's the reason this is in here. Don't really have much more to say about it. Oh, I love this. Senior Vatican official. Transgender rights are demonic and will bring the death of God. I mean, I've never heard a better case to support transgender fucking rights than this. Thank you, Senior Vatican official, for giving me this. Like, it's literally going to kill God. It's gonna... transgender people letting fucking... okay, you're a woman, but you were born a man, and you want to use the woman's restroom because you look like a woman. Well, okay, seems all right with us. That action is going to kill God, the creator of the universe. And, you know, maybe you think, well, this quote's taken out of context. He didn't literally mean the death of God. Well, it kind of sounds like he did. Listen to this shit. Cardinal Robert Serra. Here he is right here. Looks like a friendly guy, doesn't he? The death of God results in the burial of good, beauty, love, and truth. Good becomes evil, beauty is ugly, love becomes the satisfaction of sexual primal instincts, and truths are all relative. That sounds like he's talking about the literal fucking death of God. That sounds like he's talking about God is dead, not in like the Nietzschean sense, but literally like he's up there on his throne. What? They letting transgender people do what? Oh, shit. Oh, heart attack. Oh, God is dead. And now good can become evil and evil can become good. That sounds fun. Let's give that a try. I mean, fuck. Hasn't that already happened, though, for Christianity? Because, you know, if you read the Bible, it sounds like, you know, killing a bunch of people and then bringing their, you know, young daughters back as sex slaves. It's cool as long as they're your enemy. As long as there's some heathen, that's all right. You could do that. The Bible says, oh, well, you raped a woman? Well, now you got to marry her. And she's like, what? And they're like, don't worry, you're not a person. That was the morality of Christianity. And yeah, now that stuff that you guys considered good, we kind of consider fucked up. We're not big into that anymore. So, you know, Oh shit, I dropped my joint. It's a tragedy. We're not too into that anymore, you know? So this is kind of already flipped. The script is already flipped, really. So maybe in a sense, God is already dead. And good fucking riddance to him. Seems like we do a lot better without him. So all manner of immorality is not only acceptable and tolerated today in advanced societies, but even promoted as a social good. All manner of immorality? So murder is condoned? Rape is condoned? You know, hey, what are you doing, Bill? Oh, I don't know. I'm just shoving a cactus up this 12-year-old boy's ass. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I have no problem with that. Society no longer frowns upon such things. I will go about my day. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, look, a nun. I'm gonna rape her in the ass. This is great. God truly is dead. What? Give me a fucking break, dude. Nowhere is this clearer than in the threat that society is revisiting on the family through demonic gender ideology, a deadly impulse that is being experienced in a world increasingly cut off from God through ideological colonialism. Okay, let me help you out, guy. God, according to you, is the all-powerful creator of the universe, and nothing. We literally couldn't do anything that was actually against his will. If we deviated from what his plan was, he would correct us immediately. You know, he's not just going to let us, like, cut ourselves off from him and just do our own thing. And, like, yeah, we built a perfectly awesome society where everyone gets along and no one kills each other. And we did it all without God. He's not just going to be like, hey, you know, that's not what I said. He's going to show up. He's going to be like, fuck you, humans. I mean, in the Bible, one time we tried to build a tower tall enough to reach him. And he's like, oh shit, what if this tower reaches me? I mean, give me a fucking break. But now he's going to let us build our own, like, little human utopia without his say-so. I mean, do you listen to yourself talk? Does this narrative really make a lick of fucking sense? It does not, sir. It does not. Okay. Yeah, naked bitches. Nude all-women production of Shakespeare's The Tempest honors free expression. I really can't scroll down on this one because even though everything is strategically covered here, that's not the case in the photos down below. Naked bitches doing Shakespeare. I don't know why it's news. I guess I might check out 10 minutes of it, like, she's hot, she's not so much. And then I'd probably go away, because if I want to watch Shakespeare, chances are I don't need a gimmick to get me interested in Shakespeare. Like, if you're the kind of person that needs some kind of gimmick to hook you into Shakespeare, like, it's Hamlet, but set in the year 3000, you know, chances are if you need that extra hook, you're not going to like the Shakespeare. People who like the Shakespeare already like it. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, I mean, I don't fault them for doing it. I'm not upset. Let them have their naked Shakespeare, dude. Have fun. Have a blast. Duck Dynasty patriarch Phil Robertson wades into transgender bathroom controversy. Isn't it remarkable the people whose viewpoints we give a shit about? I mean, I'm one to talk. I'm just some fucking fat, fucking lazy, loud-mouthed, neck-beard asshole that thinks he's right about everything, screaming on the internet all day. But, you know, no one... I feel like I'm better informed than people like this. And yet, because he has a show about duck hunting, his opinion on the transgender bathroom issue somehow carries some weight enough that it needs to be reported in the mainstream media. Like, you'll never guess what Phil Robertson said. I guess I'm part of the problem. I'm actually not, because I'm not going to bother responding to what he said. I don't give a fuck what Phil Robertson said. He's a piece of shit. Who gives a shit? Let me do that kind of lowbrow shit on the Drunken Peasants. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to the Drunken Peasants, you should subscribe. It'd be great. We had Chris Raygun on our most recent episode. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his channel, but it's also great, and you should subscribe to that as well. Anyway, Tetris movie adaptation secures $80 million budget, starts shooting next year. So, Tetris the movie. I can honestly say I didn't see that coming. Like, I mean, I understand, like, when they made the Pirates of the Caribbean movie and people were like, it's a fucking movie based on a theme park attraction, I was like, you know, but it could still work. I mean, it's about pirates. I mean, you know, just tell a story about pirates and then pretty much anything can be the story. With Tetris, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't see this working out as well. I could be wrong. Like, surprise me, Tetris movie. I challenge you to be good. Because I don't honestly see how there's much there. I think, you know, I mean, you're just going to have to make up... I mean, I don't even know what you could make up. I mean, like, honestly, I feel like I'm usually a pretty creative person in terms of, like, storytelling and shit. I know I don't really exhibit those skills here on YouTube very much because I'm more of, like, a ranter, but, you know, I'm pretty good at storytelling. I'm not incredible at it, but I have a pretty vivid imagination when it comes to narratives and plots and shit, but I don't know how you make a fucking Tetris movie unless it's, like... just set in, like, this world, and it's about people entering a Tetris tournament against each other, and there's, like, some kind of weird philosophical slant to it that examines, like, ooh, but then why do you need $80 million? So I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't. Best of luck. Best of luck, whatever crazy studio is doing this shit. Oh, okay, this is just the Drudge Report. Female artist films herself having sex with a stranger to challenge way people view assault. Now, that's fine, whatever. She's an artist. This is the kind of thing that they do, I guess, now. Whatever happened to painting things and, you know, creating something? No, not anymore, I guess. Now it's just about, I'm gonna challenge the status quo in some way with some publicity stunt. That's art now! A publicity stunt is a publicity stunt. Art is art. I mean, a publicity stunt can have a point, but it's still not art, in my opinion. Whatever. I'm not the fucking barometer of what is and isn't art. I don't get it. I'm a Philistine, blah, blah, blah. An Australian artist has filmed herself having unsimulated sex with a stranger in a so-called rape representation to encourage debate on the patriarchal nature of sexual violence. It's called shooting a porno. So, I think I know what happened here. I think that this girl and her boyfriend shot a sex scene, and maybe they sent it to a few people, and then it spread a little further than they wanted it to, and they're like, oh shit, you know, someone uploaded it to RedTube, and now it's got 20,000 views. I know, it was art to show how the patriarchy controls women through sexual violence. That's it. That's the fucking ticket. Oh, we got out of this one, honey. Now we're not just a couple whose sex tape leaked. Now we're brilliant fucking artists. Write us up, fucking independent co-UK. Oh, fuck. The raped woman is nearly always depicted with her face downcast and her eyes averted, she explained in a statement on her website. The most confronting aspect of Untitled, Are You Okay, Bob? Whatever. Isn't watching as a woman is struck or penetrated. It's seeing her look back out at us from the expression. So, she got a guy to fuck her, and she made a fucking sad face. And it's supposed to teach us something about rape. I think I'll stick with statistics, personally. Maybe you're making a point and I just don't get it, but in my opinion, you're not making a point. Okay, so the Neon Demon Cannes review. This, I don't know what this movie is. I've never seen it or heard of it, really. But I thought that there's something interesting about it. Yeah, naked girls and something. Anyway, it got booed. They booed it. And it was described to me as a lesbian necrophilia movie. I don't know how accurate that description is, because it was the Drudge Report's description. So probably it's unfair to the movie. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But if there's really anything in it where that is like lesbian necrophilia, I gotta say that alone would prevent me from booing a fucking movie. You know, because at least it's something I haven't seen before. I'm so sick and tired of going to the movies and seeing the same damn thing I've seen a million times. If I can go to a movie theater and see me some lesbian necrophilia, that seems worth seeing. So fuck you, cans, and your pretentious little fucking assholes. Boo! Boo! Lesbian necrophilia! Boo! Fuck you. I think it's time for lesbian necrophilia in America, damn it. Got one last fucking story here. This is Andrea Peyser. She says, why does everyone think we want to see them naked? Okay. The culture has devolved into a sea of immodest, exhibitionistic bimbos and sluts. Be afraid. I'm not afraid, actually. I'm aroused. Walk down any street outside of the putrid parts of the Middle East, or gaze at a random picture of pint-sized pop star Justin Bieber, and one is likely to encounter a beltless dude with pants hanging below his butt, revealing grungy boxer shorts, or the naughty bits God gave him. Is the pulled way down pants thing really even that big anymore? Because I really don't see it that much. And I love how her example is walk down any street outside the putrid parts of the Middle East, and you're going to see all this exhibitionistic bullshit. So are you saying we should be more like the putrid parts of the Middle East? I think the one who's putrid here is you. Musical attention whore Madonna walked the red carpet at this month's Met Gala in New York City in a tragic, bondage-inspired get-up with see-through panels exposing her 57-year-old boobs and bum. I mean, in all fairness, they look pretty good for 57 years old. I hate Madonna, but whatever, you know, she's rich, so she can afford all that body maintenance shit. But, there was a line in here that I really thought was great, and now I don't see it. I'll just keep reading. Musical attention whore Madonna. Yeah, I read that part. Wardrobe malfunction, blah, blah, blah. As the mother of a teenage girl, I'm ready to throw the TV out the window, switch off the internet, and check out convents for me. Anything to shut out the influences of scene. You know, I think this article has actually been edited since I read it. Because in the first version, like right here in these opening paragraphs, she said one of the most prudish, ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life. But I guess it's gone now. Damn. That sucks. Because it was classic, and I can't fucking remember it now. Oh well. Anyway, she's a prudish bitch. And apparently, she got some flack for this article because she literally felt the need to edit it between now and when I just read it. Or between when I selected it and when I read it, which I probably selected it, I don't know, a couple hours ago. Anyway, that was Abandon Hope. And I have not abandoned hope that you will give this video a thumbs up, despite that weird kind of anticlimactic ending we just had because the fucking great line that I selected that article for was gone. Maybe we could end on a different note. I don't know. Maybe I have some kind of deep fucking shit, like some profound wisdom I can impart to you guys. Let me take a drag and think about it for a split second. Nope. I ain't got shit. It's over. Give it a thumbs up. Hope you liked it.